If the soul could scream, many of ours would be crying out silently day after day. We smile, we scroll, we survive. But inside, there's a storm, a hunger for purpose, a yearning for peace, a quiet ache that says, I know I was made for more than this. We're pulled in every direction by temptations, distractions, old wounds, and fleeting desires. And yet, deep within every one of us lies something extraordinary, a fortress, not made of stone, not made of steel, but of faith. Shield forged from conviction, from tawakkul, from tears shed in sujud and battles fought in silence. And the best part? You can build that fortress starting today. Because today, we're not talking about religion as ritual. We're diving into the inner strategy of how true believers live, how they conquer destructive emotions, how they walk through storms with their heads high and hearts still soft. And here's your warning, miss even one of these 5 steps, and you risk walking blind through a world designed to pull you from Allah. So stay with me. By the end of this, you won't just feel inspired, you'll feel awakened. And no, don't worry. Step 1 isn't by a planner, this is soul deep. Let's begin. But before we do, if your heart is already stirring, take 1 second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. You'll not only help spread this message, but join a growing circle of believers, striving together step by step toward Jannah. Step number 1, guard the gaze, guard the heart. The eyes are the scouts of the heart. Whatever they seek, the heart follows. We live in an age where the battle for your soul is no longer fought with swords, but with screens. A single scroll, a single swipe, a glance too long, and suddenly, the heart begins to crack. But the believer, the one who knows their soul was created for more, recognizes that moment for what it is, not small, not harmless, but the opening move in a spiritual war. Lowering the gaze is not about shame, it is about power. It's the soul saying, I refuse to be chained to desires that disappear by tomorrow. Every time you guard your eyes, you're telling Shaitan, not today, you're telling your ego, you don't control me. You're telling Allah, I choose you over what I want in the moment. It may take a second to look away, but in that second you build a wall of strength inside your soul, and every brick of that wall is an act of worship. Every glance restrained is a silent cry for Jannah. Ask yourself honestly, how many seconds of pleasure are worth a lifetime of regret, or worse, an eternity of loss? We must win this first battle, because the heart is the command center of Imaan, and what enters the eyes enters the soul. So protect it, with discipline, with awareness, with the dignity that says true believers don't follow their gaze, they command it. Step number 2, speak less, remember more. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever believes in Allah and the last day should speak good or remain silent. Let that sink in, because our words, they're not just sounds, they are seeds, and every seed will bloom into either light or regret. How many times have we spoken in anger, sarcasm, pride, and wished we could take it back? But we can't. Words once spoken leave a mark on our hearts and on the hearts of others. This is where the true believer stands apart. We don't speak to fill silence. We speak to elevate. And when there's nothing good to say, we honor that moment with quiet remembrance. Because silence is not a void. It is a sanctuary, a place where the tongue rests and the heart begins to speak. In that silence, let Dhikr live. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. These aren't just phrases. They are shields, cleansers, not builders. Every time you say them with sincerity, a light is lit in your chest, and Shaitan takes a step back. So here's the challenge. Speak less. But when you do, let your words be either truth, mercy, or remembrance. Because in a world drowning in noise, the believer chooses clarity. We don't waste breath on what weakens us. We use every breath to rise. Step number 3, pray like your life depends on it, because it does. For many, Salah has become a routine, a checkbox, a habit without heart. We stand, we recite, we bow, but the mind is elsewhere, our hearts, caught between our phones, our problems, our plans. But ask yourself, what if the prayer you rush today is the last one you ever perform? Would you still mumble through it? If you knew this was your final meeting with your Lord, how differently would you pray? Because here's the truth. Every Salah could be the one that seals your destiny. It is not a ritual, it is a lifeline. It is a divine invitation, 5 times a day, to stand before the one who holds your future, your breath, your heartbeat, your soul. So, slow it down. Let your heart arrive before your limbs do. Let the words penetrate not just your lips, but your soul. When you say Allahu Akbar, believe it. Nothing is greater. Not the bills, not the heartbreak, not the fear. And when your forehead touches the ground, don't just bow, surrender. Because in that moment, fortress walls rise inside you, walls that protect you from sin, from despair, from the world. So, pray like your life depends on it, because your afterlife does. Step number 4, choose friends who smell like Jannah. The Prophet ﷺ said, "A person is upon the religion of his close friend, so let one of you look at whom he befriends." We don't just mirror our friends, we inherit their habits, their mindset, their direction. So ask yourself, who is shaping your soul? Are your friends pulling you closer to the prayer mat or further away? Do they remind you of Allah, even in silence, or distract you from Him in every gathering? Imaan is fragile, and your company is either nourishing it or starving it. True friends in Islam are rare gems. They care about your hereafter as much as their own. They'll remind you of Fajr, make Dhikr with you, pull you out of darkness when the world gets heavy. And if you've never had that kind of friend, be that kind of friend, because when you stand before Allah, you don't want to say, "I was surrounded by people, but I walked alone." So choose your circle with intention, even if it means walking away from people you once called close. Because the believer does not fear being alone for the truth. They fear being surrounded by falsehood and comfort. Surround yourself with souls who smell like Jannah, and together you'll rise. Step number 5, embrace the storms. They're building you. Let's face it, Iman is not built in comfort. It's built in struggle, in tears, in patience, when nothing makes sense. Hardship isn't punishment, it's purification. Every heartbreak, every delay, every storm. It's not there to destroy you, it's there to reveal you. You're not weak because you cry. You're not failing because you feel doubt. You're human, but the believer takes that brokenness and kneels with it before Allah. Behind every unanswered dua is a lesson. Behind every closed door, a redirection. And behind every delay is a timing that your heart may not yet understand. But your soul must trust. When emotions rage, don't run, rise, not by your own strength, but by clinging to His, because your trials aren't the end of your story, they're the beginning of your elevation. That fire, it's not burning you, it's refining you, making your Iman unshakable, teaching you saber, teaching you to stand, even when the world tries to pull you down. So next time hardship knocks, don't ask, "Why me?" Ask, "What is Allah building inside me?" Because He only tests those He wants close, and you are being called closer. So now you know 5 steps, 5 anchors, 5 silent battles that only the sincere will fight and only the strong will win. But this isn't just a checklist. It's a path, a mindset, a way of life. For those who want more than survival, they want salvation. And no matter where you are right now, slipping, striving, or just starting, know this, you are not alone. We are in this together, fighting the same whispers, facing the same storms, holding on to the same rope. So if even one of these steps lit a spark inside you, protect it, feed it. Don't let this moment pass. Because your heart isn't asking for comfort. It's begging for clarity, for connection, for Allah. So hold on, return to Him, and don't let go. Like this video if it moves something inside you. Subscribe to join a growing circle of believers, walking this path together. New reminders, new reflections, new reasons to keep going. Because your soul deserves more than this world. It was made for eternity. Until next time, stay firm, stay humble, stay lit with Imaan.